Okay, I think people can hear me. Yeah, I normally don't do this, but I want to respond to a video, and I think that's my mic going. So hopefully, let me. If I okay, does it work now? Hello, hello. I think that works. Yeah, it's moving, so it's working. So I'm responding to this video called 10 questions for. Oh wait, I have the wrong thing pulled out actually. So hold up. Of course, I have the wrong thing pulled out. Why wouldn't I have it wrong? Yeah, yeah. There it is. I'm not sure if you can see the screen. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the screen, but I don't know how to work this thing. I've done this 3 times. One on StreamYard, I have to pay for it to upload it, and I don't want to do that. Uh, Two is like I did a recording, but I don't know how to do the recording, and then I found I can just do it live here. So there you go. This is why I don't do these things. Anyway, since I've done this 3 times, I'm just kind of cut right into it. I should mention that this is presented by Answers and Reasons, and the guy I believe in the video is Joe, who seems like a nice person. So
Seeing as we've responded to a number of different videos of the 10 questions for atheists type kind, both from theists and atheists, we thought it might be fun to actually ask some of the questions ourselves rather than answer them. We do really care about the responses, and hopefully we can create a little mini series out of them. Question one: if you are a religious atheist, what religion are you? And what do you feel unifies most of your faith? If you're some form of secular atheist, which God do you believe in, and why don't you adhere to any religion? Question two.
okay, so question one. Let me look at it again. Okay, am I a religious theist? Yes, I'm a Christian, non-denominational Christian. So I have no home, no denomination to call home. What unites us is, I would say, the Trinity, resurrection of Jesus Christ, and the authority of sacred Scripture. Even though we kind of differ on the canon, but we would all say that 66 books of the Bible are Scripture. So, like Catholics have a bit more, I think 7 more, and I think Orthodox even have even more than that. So, but we would say at least 66 of them are are Scripture and canon. So there you go.
And why don't you adhere to any religion? Question two. If there was any religion that was completely different to your own, that you could choose to be true and proven to be true to the entire world, which would it be? Now, I'm not talking about a denomination that you see quite as different as yours. If you're a Christian, don't pick another form of Christianity or even Judaism. Think about something really out there, like ancient Norse mythology or Hinduism.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna BS you. I have no idea. I want to make a joke that Catholicism, but like, because I'm not Christian, so I'm kidding. But I have like no answer because I haven't researched other religions, fortunately, so I can't give you an answer. So I'll say I won't give you a response to that.
Question three. What's your favorite verse or story from your holy book? Question four. If there was one thing you could
Oh, I completely forgot to answer three. There's two favorite verses I like. Mark 9:24. Immediately the boy's father exclaimed, "I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief," which is relatable because I believe, but I have doubts, and I wish God help me overcome my doubts. And then you have Matthew 16:26. For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what shall a man give in return for his soul? I think that applies to anyone. I think that's good advice for anyone, really, regardless of whether you believe in God or not.
but question four. If there was one thing you could choose not to be true about your religion, what would it be?
Hell. I believe in ECT, so eternal conscious torment. So I wish that will, at least the way you're framing it's like what's something you believe is true, but you wish it wasn't to be the case, and that's hell. So ECT, like I believe in the C.S. Lewis view. So like those in hell are doing it because they are choosing to reject God, and therefore, if you put them in heaven, that'd be an even greater hell because they don't want to be with God. Therefore, it's better for them to stay in hell, and God's just complying with their will. Though there comes the issue like, can they do that for all eternity? And that's hard. And I wish that wasn't true, to be honest.
As an example, the other day someone told me on Twitter that they wished pets would go to heaven.
Cats do not go to heaven. I don't know. I don't care what you say.
Okay. Question 5. What are some of the worst arguments you hear us atheists make?
They're like slogans. They're not, but they're touted as arguments. I'm not sure if it's count, but who created God? And oh, I believe in. You believe in this. There's 1,000 gods, and you believe in one. I believe in one less. You believe in one more. You're an atheist, just like me. That's stupid. I think those are stupid sayings. The best. I mean, a lot of the arguments atheists tout out are, I can understand where they're coming from. So the most weakest one is probably like an argument that tries to prove that, okay, because evil exists, a logical problem of evil, therefore God doesn't exist. I don't think that's very good. I would say the no, like gratuitous evil argument, the evolutionary argument, that's a lot better, right? Because like I don't like because I don't those are a lot harder to answer, right? But the logical problem of evil, I would say it's a bit more not as good, and I think it's the weakest one.
Question 6. If there was a behavior from your fellow theists that you wish you could change, what would it be and why?
What would you want? Okay. So if there was a thing I could change about my believers, or one thing I could change about my fellow believers, what would it be and why? Some believers act like Pharisees, really, and they puff up their chests and they act all holier than thou, and then they lack the empathy to really dialogue with the people, that with people who are different from them, and I don't like that. And they'll say it's tough love, but tough love to them, it's like kind of an excuse to be a jerk, really. What else? Sometimes they can act a bit Pharisee like, as in like they add traditions. So like, oh, you're not married at this age, you should be married at like, I don't know, 22. Like they believe in courtship, or like rather, oh yeah, you need to dress a certain way because you're not being a man. Like they're adding man-made traditions to this stuff, and I don't like it.
Question 7. What movie do you feel gives the most accurate representation of your faith?
I don't watch movies. Never. I would say like the only movie that I watch is God's Not Dead, but only partly, and I don't want to torture you with that. I'm not that cruel. But I would say Daredevil, even though it's not primarily religious, but the character Matthew Murdock is religious, and I think the faith is the Catholic faith, even though I'm not Catholic, is presented quite beautifully. The priest is super wise, so I would say yeah, that's a good show recommendation. It represents Christianity good. The priest is not a jerk, which is hard to come across in like me in shows. The priest is always a jerk, or the religious people are always incompetent. Either of those two, jerks or incompetent. So I would say Daredevil. That's a good show.
Going back as far as you remember, have you always been a theist? Has it always been the same God? Have you ever changed denomination? If so, from what to what?
So I've always been a theist. I've always believed in the same God. Have I changed denominations? Yeah, I would say so. So my parents are. I was raised in a Pentecostal evangelical home, and I'm now a non-denominational Christian. So there you go. Kind of changed denominations.
Question 9. If there was one free paper or article that you think atheists should read, have a think about, and respond to, what do you think it should be?
Ed Fraser's blog is really good. I don't have anything in particular, but I think Ed Fraser or Catholic Answers are pretty good to read off and listen to. Oh, clicked the wrong thing.
Question 10. Which atheist channels would you recommend to your fellow theists?
Real Atheology. That's like the first one. Other channels that really recently have gone through an evolution, and at least they used to be new atheists, but they're kind of like different. They're kind of like going to the philosophy thing now, the philosophy of religion thing, which I like. Rationality Rules and Cosmic Skeptic are pretty good, and I know you said atheist, but I also throw Majesty of Reason out there for the fun of it, and I think that's it.
And that's the end of the 10 questions for theists video.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you also for creating it. It's fun. The only unfun thing was making this 3 times, but we'll learn one day to use technology, hopefully. So yeah, hope everyone's having a good day, and goodbye. God bless.